everybody. This is episode 3 of Brick Shots with Billy. We got Aaron Heckman here. Obviously, this is Buckeye Arron. Is what you guys are going to know him on from this day forward. Hey, thanks for being here, dude. I'm really glad that you're here. Oh, yeah, man. Come on.
Appreciate it.
You gonna be able to make more than one, or is it just going to be like a one-time Buckeye Arron and then we're going to ride it out?
Whenever you ask me, I'll be here.
So, talking about Buckeyes, right? Justin Fields had a pretty, I'll say, bad game.
I was gonna say rough. It was not good.
Did you watch the game?
I watched a little bit of it. I wanted to watch him on offense.
Sure. You forget whenever you turn it back, like, oh shit, they're probably back. Yeah.
Mistake. That was terrible.
No. So
it was not good.
Okay. So is it a mistake starting him or a mistake drafting him?
Not drafting him.
Okay.
I mean, he fell there. They needed somebody.
Yeah.
Obviously, Andy Dalton is the guy for this year, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's Andy Dalton's team this year, like we've talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
But he needs to get reps.
Okay.
I mean,
so then how do you get him reps, but quality reps? Because we can sit here and say Patrick Mahomes said a year and Aaron Rodgers said a year, but we forget Patty Mahomes started the last 2 games because the Chiefs were that good. We forget that Aaron Rodgers sat for 2 years, or 3 is one of those, 2 or 3 years behind Brett Favre. He still played he played a Thanksgiving game. He played in a couple blowouts. And it's like, the Bears aren't going to be in the position to do that for Justin Fields.
At all.
But he wasn't, so you said you watched him on offense a couple times, right? But he wasn't able to get out of the pocket to even do some of his really beautiful dances that he does to get it further down the field.
Yes. It was against the Browns defense.
Okay.
You got Garrett on one side and Clowney on the other.
Hitting people with helmets. Season's out here fucking. Woo!
Miles Garrett.
Yeah.
4.5 sacks. Franchise record in 1 game.
You don't want to put that on Jason Peters at all?
Miles Garrett just knows what he's doing as a defensive lineman.
Okay. Or is he coached better than the Bears offensive line?
I mean, he's definitely coached better than the Bears offensive line.
Okay.
But that was just a rough start for him. That's just a bad team to start against with the front 7.
Sure. So, all right, so before I get to the next question, I'm going to ask one more. So if you're owning the Bears, you own the Bears, right? So Buckeye Arron is a fucking Bears owner, right?
All right, yeah.
Do you fire Matt Nagy today?
No.
Why not?
He took Trubisky to the playoffs. Double doink away. Double doink away. I mean,
I had some Bears fans that are going to be a little upset with that. But I feel you.
Give it time.
I understand, but at the same time, Nagy, why didn't he start Foles? I'm not starting my franchise. He's going to be the guy for the next 15 years, supposedly,
yes.
Right? You already traded up and you got Trubisky. He was supposed to be the next 15 years, 5 years later, 4 years later, out of there.
Yeah.
So is this your franchise guy, or is this a 4-year guy that you just moved up to get again?
Like you said, everybody wants to win now. But I don't think that's what the Bears are trying to do right now. I don't think they're trying to win right this second.
Sure. Because if I win 2 games as a Bear and I go get a left tackle off rip, I'm feeling good about what's going on. Okay.
Exactly. But why they didn't start Foles, I don't know.
That's just me. I start Foles against this this really scary defensive line. I'm like, hey, Nick, get in there, see what you can do, right? And then, hey, we're playing the Jets. Justin, hey, let's figure out what we're...
the lower team, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, but when Dalton is back, that's the guy.
Sure.
You're not going to start.
Just keep learning a little bit. Maybe, see, my thing is too, man, in practice, maybe because Andy's a professional, right? 100%. So he knows what's going on. He knows game plans. He knows schemes. He's not stupid or silly. Right. You put Justin in there with the ones.
Yeah.
See what matchup we can put him against the twos. See what that secondary is doing. Because Chicago's defense is too good for them to be wasting what's going on. They got all those draft picks from Oakland. That's over now.
Yeah.
Oakland's right back, or Vegas is right back to where they're going to be even, and they're 3-0, looking like gangbusters out here, and the Bears are 1-2, looking like a fucking tire fire, dude.
Tire fire. Fields played good against the Bengals, and I think that had a lot to do with Nagy's mindset going into the Browns.
But if your game plan isn't set for this guy, him playing good, I don't think is as relevant as it should be.
Yes, but I was hearing some people, they were talking about like, I forget who I was watching, but they were like, don't start Fields against the Bengals. Don't start him against the Browns.
Yeah.
So you start him against a lower echelon of the NFL.
Sure. Or even if you have to, it's Andy's team and Nick Foles. Like I understand if you Nick Foles, that's big dick Nick Foles to you.
Big dick Nick.
So have all that happen. You get to your bye week, and that's what the Dolphins did with Tua.
Yep.
You give him 2 weeks to prepare for one team. We're gonna see what we got going. And now he only has a week to prep. And it's just like being an actual starting quarterback. And then at the end of the year, we can sit here and we can be Ryan Pace and we can be Matt Nagy, and we're sitting here like, hey, owners, see what we got going? We're just cooking a little bit here and there. Because if you're making, especially in this NFC, you just made the playoffs last year at 8-8.
Yeah.
Maybe Andy gets you into some games. Now maybe, let's say, you're fucking 3-7. Right? Or excuse me, 3-5, right? So like that's something to work with. Now we win a couple more games, and now we're gonna be what would the new record be? Some 10-7. We're 10-7.
That's playoffs.
Is that playoffs in the NFC?
I think so.
I don't think so. The NFC's like. So I know you got Dallas, and I think a lot of teams. The Panthers are stepping up. You know.
Yeah.
Before we move on to the Panthers, I just want so Trey Lance. There was a stat last night. I'm gonna let you take over after this because you said some crazy shit before the show started. But so Trey Lance, he has 5 NFL snaps, 2 touchdowns.
Because they're using him right. They're using him in these goal to go.
Okay. Yeah.
And his legs.
Yeah.
His legs are magic.
Are they magic because no one's scheming for Trey Lance to come to the field? They're scheming for Jimmy G the whole game?
He has 5 NFL snaps.
Excuse me.
2 touchdowns. If the
but he doesn't have 3 snaps on one drive, 2 snaps on another drive.
Well,
he's having a snap here, a snap there.
Yes. You still, I mean, when if San Fran gets down to the goal line.
Okay. Which they will because they're a damn good team. Because Jimmy G gets them to the goal line.
And I agree with that.
Sure.
But then they throw Trey Lance out there, and then he scored a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Teams, whoever they're playing against, you have to watch that film.
Sure.
Of Trey Lance at the goal line. Because you know it's going to happen. If I sit there and watch San Francisco and they get to the 5, Trey Lance is coming in.
Okay, and then what are you going to do now if he doesn't? The same schemes that you've been getting Jimmy G ready for?
I mean, I would.
So then,
I guess.
Did you watch Sunday night?
I watched a little bit of it.
Dude, you really got to get that illegal TV. It's so easy.
I really do. I really do.
I'll hook you up after the show. But so all these rookie quarterbacks, I think we're seeing if we look at Trevor Lawrence, we're looking at Zach Wilson, Justin Fields. We've talked about Trey Lance. We've talked about Mac Jones. Everyone keeps saying he's in the perfect place and the perfect position. Like, maybe he's fucking not.
I don't think he is.
So we look at so we got to think about this, right? Jimmy Garoppolo sat behind Brady, won a Super Bowl sitting behind Brady. He got suspended for those first 4 games a while ago, 3-4 years ago, I can't remember. But got suspended, so then Jimmy G had to play 2 games, right? Got hurt. And then Jacoby Brissett came in and played well also. We got to look at those Patriots system like, yeah, it's good. Maybe Mac Jones isn't that good. Mac Jones hasn't had time to sit back like a Garoppolo and then even like a Brissett.
Yes, and watch these other quarterbacks.
Right, and it's the GOAT on top of that. Yeah. Like, you're Trevor Lawrence and you're just like, hey, Urban Meyer, also horrible NFL coach, by the way.
Terrible.
Holy shit, it's bad, dude. Number one, the draft. You're taking Trevor Lawrence. You have a pick at fucking whatever it was, 25.
It was, yeah.
You're taking ETN. What? Why? James Robinson last year is on a fucking number one, not just a rookie deal, a rookie free agent deal. You didn't even draft this kid. He had the most fantasy points. I don't know his like NFL stats, but I know he had the most fantasy points as a running back. And you're just gonna draft another guy? Like, if that's what you think, do that later. Do that next year. But
yes.
Give Trevor another fucking somebody on offensive line. Or even a receiver. I think Jacksonville's receivers are still good. DJ Chark is really good. Marvin Jones Jr., Trevor Lawrence is tossing it to him as soon as he can because that line is so fucking
he
bad.
He doesn't have time to... When did Najee go in the draft?
22nd? 20... No. 26th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take a running back,
Mm-hmm.
ETN. How you pass on Najee Harris?
What's Najee Harris doing for a playoff team?
But
they were 11-5.
ETN, a terrible 11-5 team, by the way.
No, terrible 11-5. I'm just throwing it out there.
I get what you're saying, but if you're
They're
gonna
not winning 11 games this year.
If you're gonna, no way. They're not, no way.
I'm shocked they've won one so far.
But if you're gonna take a running back, if that's your mindset, 100%, right? How do you pass on a guy like Najee? Just like you talk about.
No, that's my thing. Why are we thinking running back? Why? We have one. We're the Jaguars. We have a running back. You know what we don't have? Safeties, corners, a quarterback. We already got it though. We got number one, Trevor. Hey, good to go. We don't have a line. We don't have a defensive line that's very good. We don't have linebackers that are any good. Our secondary, we got C.J. Henderson last year. He's been okay. We just traded him to fucking Carolina for a tight end. What the fuck is going on? What? Dude, Urban Meyer, I love him. National champion, revered in college.
Three-time national champion.
Three-time national champion. There's one right there. That's one. I get it.
Yeah.
Two with fucking the University of Florida with fucking Tim Tebow. Clamp it down. But what are you doing in the NFL, man? It's bad. It's bad.
He should have looked. He should have looked at Saban when he was at the Dolphins and been like, "I don't want to do this."
Good point.
I don't want to do this. And people are already calling for his job, right?
Sure, me. I just did.
And that's fine. And then they think that USC.
If I'm Urban, I'm going to USC. I'm going to fix that program with me another natty, and that's what I'm going to do. It doesn't look, dude. It just. Obviously, the guy knows way more about football than I'm ever going to know.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm getting at. But I don't think he knows what the fuck is going on. So, like, Robert Saleh, right, for the Jets, he has Zach Wilson. We get another bad pick. You keep Sam Darnold. And, again, you get a left tackle. Like, I'm sitting in my garage. So, I'm not saying I know what's going on. But, fuck, man. We can't. You can't have, like, a, how do you say, like, a way to do things and then just assume that's how things should be done. Don't get me wrong. So, but I think if you take, so look at the Raiders, right? So they took Colin Farrell at 4, and you're sitting here, Josh Allen is on the board, and you're like, that's probably the best pass rusher in the draft. Why the fuck are you drafting this guy? But at least they drafted a need. There's somebody they needed. Jacksonville didn't need Travis Etienne. I like Travis Etienne. I was going to be excited to get him in fantasy so I could do Travis Etienne, or Etienne phone home. I don't know why I did that. But that's what I wanted to do. So I was really excited for it. Then he got hurt and I was like, well, fuck, can't do that. I ended up getting James Robinson too, by the way. Sat him this week and I lost because I'm a fucking retard. But Urban, maybe I just need to see more. But so far, sucks.
Looks pitiful.
Looks bad.
Not good.
But so does Robert Saleh, and I was so excited for Saleh to get a head coaching job. I don't think he should have went to the Jets. I think he should have went to Houston, who I think is also very underrated. Excuse me.
Yeah, with Tyrod.
I do want to talk about Zach Wilson while we're talking about rookie quarterbacks. Have you seen him play at all?
No, I don't even want to watch it.
So you don't, because I've watched it, and it's just like, the fuck were you doing here? It looks like, dude, if you and I went out there to play quarterback and we're just like, hey, somebody's down there. I'm gonna throw it over there, and you're like, why? What's over there? Like, what?
Anything with the Jets, I want to be a part of. I don't want to watch them.
I don't know. I like the JTES Jets, or excuse me, JETS. I fucking just misspelled Jets on. Woo. Anyway, hold
That
on.
part's cool.
Twisted Tea timeout, really fast. Just Twisted Tea timeout.
No,
I don't know what Buckeye Arron's drinking. It's probably fucking gross.
It's
Twisted
gross.
Tea timeout. Give me a second so I can. I just misspelled Jets. Okay, and they have a chant. It's
JETS, Jets.
Dude, from now on it's JTES forever. Okay. Oh man, but I think these rookie quarterbacks, man, we're looking at Mahomes because he took over so fast, and that's what like everyone's trying to draft, and it's like, hey man, maybe everybody's not Travis Mahomes. Oh my God, maybe not everybody's Patrick Mahomes. That's not what you're gonna draft every fucking year, but we're just everyone needs to win. Win now. It's like, let's take a step back. Let's give me, right now I'm talking shit about Urban Meyer. Let's give him a second. Let's not fire him in 2 years. You know what I mean? Like even Cleveland, they gave Hugh Jackson, went 0-16. They kept his punk on. Come on. He won one game the next year, and they were like, all right, come on, Hugh. We need you to really get it together now. Because he drafted some players, though, for Cleveland that's sitting here now, you know? He just wasn't able to really get it together.
At all. I don't even know why. He had him.
And it sucks because I was ringing the Hugh Jackson bell too back now. Hugh's gonna do it, man. You guys don't know. Eesh.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm wrong a lot. I'll be wrong 100 more times before I die, at least.
At least.
That's if I never talk again. So that's tells you what that is. Let's talk about the 3-0 teams, man. Who's your favorite 3-0 team in the NFL right now?
The Rams. 2 words. Jalen Ramsey on defense.
I thought you were gonna. Well, that's 4 words.
Well, I was gonna say on defense, but
see how it comes to you? It's like so natural. It's like Jalen Ramsey on defense. All right, now that's 4 words. Okay. Tell me why the Rams, other than Jalen Ramsey. Can you give me anything else?
They sold out to win the Super Bowl now.
Love it. When teams do that, I'm like, yeah, let's get one, you know?
And they might just do it. They really just might do it. Matthew Stafford, so much fun to watch.
He was fun to watch in Detroit too,
I
though.
get that, and I 100% get that. But now he's with an organization that cares about what is going on with their players on the field, playing the game of football that all of them love.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Because you had Todd Gurley, you're like, all right, this guy's really good, but he doesn't love what we're doing here. Gone. Got it? Okay. Jared Goff got us to a Super Bowl, but hey, man, we need this much more.
We need you
out of there.
over that hump.
Give it up. Dude, 3 first-round draft picks. And the quarterback you took number 1 overall like 3 years ago. What are we doing, man?
Winning the Super Bowl right now.
So, look, man, we were in Guam. I told you the Rams were winning the Super Bowl. I had that.
Yeah.
Now my bad take is Carson Wentz winning the MVP. So far, not very good. But hey, you never know.
You never know.
I got $100 just sitting in there, just stirring it up. The further his chance to get down, like it's really hard to not just throw like 20 extra bucks in there. Like, So, all right, so let's take the Rams out of it because I feel like you cheated.
Okay.
Because everyone likes the Rams. We all like the Rams. Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay's sprinting with Deshaun Jackson. Slow as fuck, by the way. Can we? We're excited that he's sprinting. No one's talking to that motherfucker. Is slow, or is Deshaun Jackson that fast?
Deshaun Jackson's that fast.
I think he's slow. I think Sean McVay's slow.
I give him some credit.
That's fine. He's faster than me.
And me.
I'm just
combined.
That's true, probably. Yeah.
100%.
Hey, he's slow. I don't care. I'll say it. Sean, at me, fucker.
Just him, though. I didn't say that.
Don't be scared. I'll have all of LA coming for me.
Literally all of LA.
Think they're Chargers fans of it? No. They don't give a fuck. Come on, give me somebody besides the Rams.
Okay, then we're gonna do the Panthers.
Love the
They're
Panthers.
fun to watch too.
All right, so I had a question. We've talked a lot now. So I had a question coming from one of my boys, Jordan from Dallas, right? He wanted to ask, how are the Panthers and the Cowboys matchup going to look without Christian McCaffrey?
I think the Panthers still win the game, but
Final score, hurry up, off the top of the dome.
28-24.
28-20. You think Dallas is only scoring 24 points? You think the Panthers are going to score 28 on that Cowboys defense that's seen?
28-24.
Okay, why?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't have a reason. I don't.
I love the answer.
I like the Panthers and what they're doing.
Okay, Matt Rule, big Matt Rule guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Sam Darnold. Thug.
Is that what we texted?
Yeah,
Dude. Sam Darnold. I'm not gonna say. I think the Cowboys win the game, but I think it's closer. I think the Cowboys are gonna. I think the Cowboys are gonna lean on Dak a little more, and that's what I was looking for the Cowboys this year, and that's why I thought they were a terrible team. Was wrong so far, by the way, that the Cowboys were gonna be terrible because they were so Dak dependent last year. Dan Quinn comes in, cleans that defense up a little bit. They move Parsons from week 1.
Yep.
They move him from middle to fucking edge rusher. And you're sitting here like, well, what are you guys doing? You don't even know what you're doing with your first round fucking pick. What's happening? So now I'm just sitting here thinking, oh, they have no idea what's going on. And then they show you like, hey, we're good. We can get some turnovers. We can make some things happen. And you're sitting here like, Trayvon Diggs, he's playing outstanding. Don't get me wrong. But there's a couple, like, he's had 3 picks in 3 weeks, Billy. Like, okay, but let's look at those 3 picks now. Like, let's see what's really going on. First pick he gets week 1. I think it's playoff Lenny. Right off the hands. Benched right after that happened, too, by the way. No one's talking enough about it. But then Trayvon Diggs takes it. Interception. Hey, man, that's what you're supposed to do. It's off his hands. Tip drill. Here we go, right? Week 2, I don't remember exactly the interception because it's not fresh on my mind because I wasn't prepping for the show that well. But I need to get paid to do this, by the way. But and then week 3, Devontae Smith falls down. Jalen has it was a kind of bad pass, but it's kind of, can you judge it falling down? Luckily, I had Eli and Peyton there to tell me, like, yeah, if he fell down, it probably wouldn't be a pick 6. And you're like, okay, yeah. That's what I thought too. Good. I'm as smart as them. But I just think we need to maybe calm down a little bit on the Cowboys banter because the fans, you know who I'm talking to, all of you, not just a certain person, all of you suck. Okay? I'm just kidding, kind of. But I just think, man, the Cardinals aren't getting enough love. I hate Cliff Kingsbury. I think that was the dumbest hire I'd ever seen. They're drafting, they're sitting here, they need a lot of help on defense, and they're like, you know who we need? Rondell Moore. Like, why? You just signed AJ Green. Like, you have Christian Kirk. You have DeAndre Hopkins. Like, what the fuck is going on? And then they show up like fucking gangbusters out here. Just boom, 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 boom. Good to go. The Jacksonville Jaguars had them scared for a first half, and then all of a sudden, nope, not anymore. We're good to go.
I like the Cardinals. Right?
Okay.
I'm a big AJ Green guy, obviously. But he's not doing anything to help that team as much as
You don't think he's taking some coverages? You don't think?
Well, sure. But I mean, his yardage and his catches.
Sure.
He's taking coverages.
But let's look at Larry Fitzgerald. What was he doing the last couple of years in Arizona?
Not dropping balls.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Any ball thrown there.
Maybe it's probably practicing an inside facility instead of Cincinnati where you're practicing outside like you're in fucking high school again. Sorry. I want to go back to the Bengals. I know we're talking Cardinals right now. Why the fuck do you guys not have a practice facility?
Dude, look,
what's going on up there?
I don't know.
I had one in high school in 2012, Aaron.
You also played
in Texas. I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's high school football in Texas.
Y'all take it.
We take it more seriously than the NFL, Aaron.
Obviously, than the Bengals. Fuck.
Joe Burrow's walking across the street in a boot. What the fuck is going on, dude? I just want to throw that in there. If I didn't have you as a guest, I would probably never talk about it, but I feel like I wanted to say something.
I feel like every time we talk about the Bengals, somehow it gets brought up that we didn't have a locker room, no water fountains.
I just remember on the herd, T.J. Houshmandzadeh just saying all these things, and I had to rewind it to watch again to be like, oh, he wasn't just fucking around. And he was like, yeah, Marvin Lewis brought all that shit. And I'm like, who the fuck's coaching? That's just like, yeah, we don't need lockers. Like, this team went to 2 Super Bowls.
2 of them.
You don't have lockers? You don't have a water fountain? What the fuck are you guys doing? I'm just at practice, just like, God damn, I could use some water. Hey, I don't know what you want me to do about it. Like, get a little cow jug out there. Yeah, like a fucking, one of your water boys just walking with some jugs with 3 X's on them. Just, hey, got the water. Just give me a second, boys. It's hot today. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
He needs the water more than the NFL player.
When Bobby Boucher, time out for the game. The refs out there.
Oh, no way did that just happen.
I feel like we got off script a little
Yo,
bit.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Man, 3-0 teams. Raiders, I think, are better than people think. Derek Carr's been better than everyone says. So
But
I
people
don't know
hate him.
Yeah, because I also I was looking at so fantasy. I'm the waiver wire horse, right? So I got Trevor Lawrence, and I rotate some of my backup QBs. Like if I don't like what Trevor's gonna do this week, I'm like, I'm starting him this week, by the way. But
not a good idea. But
this is their first one. But we'll get to that. But yeah, so I always rotate my defenses and my after my starting quarterback, like I just wrote just to see like what's going on. But I had the chance this week to start Teddy Bridgewater or Derek Carr, and I was like, Teddy's playing the fucking Jets. He's gonna throw a couple, maybe run in for one, give you some points. Wrong. Derek Carr's out here throwing for 400 fucking yards and 2 touchdowns. Oh, you threw a pick, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater just threw 283 yards, nothing else. Won by 26 fucking points. You know what? Oh, yeah, I'm just sitting here. Why do I even do this, man? Like, what? And then I'm stressing out about it, and it's like, why? Just because I want to be better than everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Here, we'll get into a little bit of your bread and butter, a little college football action.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
So you and I have always been on the same page for a while about college football over the NFL. I just think it's a better game. I think it's a more pure game. You being from Ohio, it's easier to root for a better team than the shitty ones that you guys have up there. Even if you pick the right one, it's not really the right one.
Not the right one.
But I think with betting, slowly but surely, I'm starting to become a bigger NFL guy. Like I've always been a Ravens fan, but not as big as an NFL guy, especially as college. But betting on the NFL is so much easier and just
It's
not
scarier.
as much free. What do you mean? Betting on college?
No, betting on NFL
Why?
is scarier to me.
That's
because
crazy.
they don't score a lot of points in the NFL, right?
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah, you don't see 63-3.
Ohio State beats Akron 59-7, right? And the spread,
Didn't Akron score twice on you guys this week?
No, once.
They did.
Opening drive.
So then why? Oh, that's when you said we're boo boo.
When I texted you.
So Buckeye Arron did call the Buckeyes boo boo. By the way, after the first drive.
I was upset, and then McCord, the backwards pass that he lost 6 yards on. I literally looked at my dad and was like,
You said McCord?
Kyle McCord.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I looked at my dad and I was like, this is it. I'm like, no way.
The reign's over. We're just done.
I was so upset. And then he, freshman of the week. 3 Buckeyes in a row, by the way.
Well, so
Actually,
3 Buckeye freshmen?
Three Buckeye freshmen.
Okay.
They've won it 4 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Stroud won it twice.
Wow.
Trayvon Henderson.
Wait, you said Big Ten player of the week?
Freshman.
Oh, okay. Because that is something else I want to talk to you about. So, like, everyone's worried about Ohio State gets lost to Clemson.
Oregon.
Oregon. But we got to pay attention to, and it really took, well, you and I were texting about it, but it really took me to look at why, number one, Ohio State, you guys are like Patriot fans. Like, you think that you should be in the conversation every week.
We're spoiled.
No, and that's fair. But you got to remember, man, like, we're going to go back some time, right? So I'm just going to go back to Justin Fields. Did he start right away when he showed up to Ohio State?
Mm-hmm.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
So he played for who first?
Georgia.
He played games for Georgia.
And that's
he
fine.
played in Athens. Okay, hold on, give me a second. And then before that, Dewey Haskins. Did he start right away? Oh no, he didn't. Did Cardell Jones just start playing for the University of Ohio State? Oh no, he didn't. Right? J.G. Barrett had. Oh no, he didn't. What about Braxton Miller? No, he didn't start as a freshman. And then you get C.J. Stroud out there, and you guys are like, this guy fucking sucks. And it's like, hold the fuck. That's how good C.J. Stroud is. He's starting as a freshman at Ohio State. That's Ryan Day's guy. Ryan Day
is going to be great.
That's what I'm saying. But you and your Buckeye fucking cult that you guys
Buckeye
have.
Nation.
It's a cult. OH.
I am.
See what I'm saying? Cults do that, man. Come on. OH.
I am.
See what I mean?
I'm going to do it every time. I get what you're saying
My
with...
brain is...
I get what you're saying with Stroud, right?
I don't think you do.
He played snaps last year. In games.
Okay.
Meaningless.
How?
But-
He's a freshman, Aaron.
He's a redshirt freshman.
Ah. Can you play games and be redshirt?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's 4 now. The
Oh.
rule is 4 now.
Got it. Okay.
He played snaps,
Mm-hmm.
right? Meaningless. Whatever. Ohio State blowing out whoever they're playing, right?
Yeah.
He comes in and plays. He had a run against Michigan State.
Mm.
He was very good this year, by
Yeah.
the way. But,
I think so too.
yeah. Michigan State.
Michigan State's really good. I think we're not appreciating the teams that are good that aren't high in the rankings. I think it's like these rankings, like obviously some are deserved of where they're at, like Penn State at 4. That's where they should be.
As of now, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, but that's the thing. It's not who's gonna be the top 4. Like that's not what's projected at. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's every week new rankings. It's not some crazy top 10 list. It's like this is where they're fucking ranked. You know.
I do, in college football, I hate these early rankings.
Why?
I just think let's let them play a couple games.
Sure.
Let's get the feel for them, and then halfway through the season, boom, drop them. Like the week before they bring out the college football playoff rankings, right?
Ooh, okay.
Right?
Just
the
to
week
see where everybody's
before,
at.
just to see where you're at, right? And then, because these people like Ohio State,
Sure.
they don't lose to Oregon, but they say they win by 3. They're
Okay.
still in the top 4.
Yeah.
Why? What makes Ohio State, because they haven't lost? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. These dudes are gonna play harder. These teams are gonna play harder
Yeah.
to be ranked higher
Sure.
when the first college football playoff rankings come out.
But I'll raise you. I think that's where I think it's correct at, where you have a Oklahoma who still won. They haven't lost yet, but Penn State jumped them, because they barely beat in Norman. They barely beat a West Virginia team. So the rankings I think are usually pretty spot on with where teams should be.
They're close,
Yeah.
but
Because where's Oregon ranked now? They were 12.
third.
They are
I
third.
think they're third.
Oh, it is. It's Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, Penn State,
Yeah.
Iowa. Oh, okay. So let's get to. I think there was. So, I know you're a big noon guy.
Big, I love it.
So, were you a college football game day like?
So I like
before?
watching college game day
Yeah.
if I can or whatever, you know.
They're just with the school and with
It's
the.
cool.
Yeah.
You get the students out there acting crazy,
Yeah.
foolish,
Cool
having a good
signs.
time.
Like it's like yeah.
Yes. It's fun. I'm not big on Desmond Howard. I'm not big on Herb Street.
That's also whack, but
I like the guy.
Yeah.
I just think he needs to be a little bit more Homer
sure.
because Dez is. So why can't you know what I mean?
But that's where I think the money is for Kurt, is that like he understands what he's doing.
And he's a professional.
I think to a fault, like you said, a little too professional, where even like you'll look at Tony Romo and like you'll catch him every now and again. He does a really good job of not saying we.
Yeah.
Because like I know when I talk about the Ravens, I say we. when you talk about it, but we, because it's like we're part of this magic, you know what I mean? But then you go into the booth or you go into this sweet ass gig. I want to know how Herb Street got the gig. That's also something else I'm fucking pretty like.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I wasn't old enough back then. Because I think he said his first time was in '98 or something on game day, his first episode.
Because
I could be very wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what I heard.
I'm trying to think of. I don't know when he was the
Ohio State quarterback. I'm sure it was it like early '90s?
I mean, it has to be in the '90s.
Because I think he played for like the Giants and like a XFL or that Euro thing that they did for a second.
Damn, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But I think. But like I was saying with Tony Romo, you'll catch him we just need to. The Dallas Cowboys need to Tony, you fucker, got you.
And you can't blame the guys.
Yeah, right. No, I mean,
know?
That's what you've been saying. We, especially if you're. It's one thing for us fans. I'm never gonna be in the fucking Ravens locker room talking about we won. But no, I'm gonna be in my living room I can't believe Justin Tucker just made that kick and we won.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything except fucking. Oh shit.
Yeah.
So I do think I understand that to a point, but it's big noon kickoff. They're sitting in the studio, man. For 5 hours.
I love it. I love it.
That's why I like NFL game day morning. Because they have that big studio in LA now. They go outside sometimes now, and there's fans out there, and it's like a little extra. Because I would watch game day morning anyway, because I like Mooch and I like Kurt, and I like all. Now Nate's on there every night. Oh, it's good. But I had a big problem this week. I had a big problem this week with game day. They're in Chicago in Soldier Field for the Notre Dame-Wisconsin game, which I thought was going to be the game of the week. It was not.
Not even close. Yeah.
But, so I'm watching game day. Okay, so that's ESPN all the way, right? Good to go. Cool. Got it. Watch college game day. I'm like, this is the game I want to watch anyway. And then the game starts, and I'm listening to Dan Orlovsky talking about Mississippi State and LSU. And I'm like, well, where the fuck is the game? And I gotta turn it on FS1, on Fox, and the Wisconsin Notre Dame is playing. Gus Johnson is or not?
It was Gus and Joel Klatt.
And I also like Joel. I don't like Joel Klatt as a analysis guy, as an analyst.
Yeah,
but I like him as a commentator.
Dude, him and Gus together.
Yes.
I think that's why I like Big Noon Kickoff.
Oh,
I like them too.
Because they bring Joel in to come in, say some things before the game starts.
So awesome.
No, I get that.
And you got the GOAT.
Do they have who?
Gus Johnson. Dude, the GOAT.
Did you hear him on that fucking kickoff
haven't,
return?
no. Actually, I did.
Where he's losing his voice.
It's cracking. And,
and he's still just,
yeah.
But he's still, there's a producer and they're like, Gus, you gotta calm down. And he's sitting there, and he's taking it.
Yeah.
Dude.
The GOAT.
But so does Big Noon have big guests or celebrity guest picks or any of that stuff? Good, because they shouldn't, because Danica Patrick fucked it up for me forever. I thought when she was in NASCAR, I was so stoked. I bought a GoDaddy t-shirt with her number and everything. And I was so excited. I thought it was really cool. And she goes on game day, and I just lose every ounce of respect I think I've ever had for a person. In literally 10 seconds. And I was talking to Brea, that's my wife. I was talking to her, and I was just like, what's wrong with this bitch? And she's sitting there just, kind of picking her lip and just like, what the fuck are you talking? She doesn't know what the fuck's going on. And I'm just like, so my first problem, I perked up after they're making their picks or whatever, and she goes, the Ohio-Michigan rivalry. And I just, hold on. The who rivalry? And they're talking about the Buckeyes and Akron, or whoever, they're picking that game for some, I don't know why, when everyone's going to say Ohio. That's stupid. And then they get to Rutgers and Michigan, and she's like, yeah, the Ohio State, or excuse me, they get to the Michigan State. Fuck, who did they play?
Oh, who did they play?
Anyway, so they get to the Michigan State game and whoever else, and she's like, yeah, the Michigan, I think Michigan, the state, they're gonna be good. And I'm just sitting here like, do you mean Michigan State? Why are you talking like this? So then I'm gonna raise it up one more time, and Danica again. Have you not watched enough college football to kind of see what the fuck's going on? But because she was right on her picks, so I'll give her that because she picked Notre Dame. I'm sitting there like, dumb bitch, you don't know what the fuck's going on.
I thought Wisconsin was going to win that game.
And then Billy doesn't know anything. So, But then she goes, for the UCLA Stanford game, she was like, so who's smarter, Stanford? And I was just like, UCLA is a hard school to get into too, Danica. Like, fuck, man. I don't know where she went. I know she's from Wisconsin, and that's why they had her there. But, like, when she said that, too, I was just sitting here like, I'm sure all these college kids are smart, Danica.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But then the game's not even on ESPN, Aaron. It's on Fox. Why the fuck is game day there?
What game was on ABC?
So Reese Davis and Kirk Herbstreit did Oklahoma, West Virginia. So Kurt was in Chicago, hanging out, having a good old time. He didn't get to party down there with them because he was on a flight to fucking Norman, Oklahoma. If I'm Kurt out there, I'm like, hey, tell Fox, like, we'll do an ESPN mashup. I'll be here to call this game. Like, good for Kirk, though, because the game was closer in Norman, so that's, like, more fun, you know? Because Gus Johnson, he got 2 returns, so we're talking about him losing his voice. I just remembered the Notre Dame had a kickoff return for a touchdown at the first start of the second half, right? And Gus got 2 fucking of those. Come on, man. Again, real fast while we're talking about commentators, Akeem Talib, flawless. I'm so in love with that guy calling games. I think maybe it's because I don't know enough about corners, and I don't. Not saying I know nothing. Well, I take that back. I know nothing. And the way he's explaining some of these coverages to me, I'm sitting here like
learning about.
Yeah, that's okay. Cool, got it.
And that's what I also like about Eli and Peyton on Monday night. Dude, I learned so much about like cover 2 and 2 high safeties and like.
Yes, I'm glad you said 2 high safeties. So, like you said, right, I learned so much. I learned more in the first 5 minutes of watching them than I've learned in the last 27 years of my entire life. Playing football, watching football, doing anything. And I think it's getting so bad. Like, they are so smart that all I heard, so last week they did the Packers and Rams Monday Night Football game, right? So the the Lions and Rams. And all they talked about was the 2 high safeties that the Lions kept running, right?
Yep.
And that the running game was able to fucking take care of it, and that's where Aaron Rodgers was throwing the sling passes. For the next week, all ESPN was talking about was, well, 2 high safeties if you think about the running game. And so are they just doing what we're doing and watching Peyton and Eli and be like, all right,
now we learn how
good to go. Now I'm going to talk about this for the next week because, so today's Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So what we learned today was with Dak Prescott. Did you watch Monday Night last night?
I did not. Not with
oh, dude. So I will never, ever not watch with Peyton and Eli ever again. Like, they need to be on every game. Like, I want them to go Octobox, red zone style, you know what I mean? But, so this week, all we talked about was Mike McCarthy. He did such a great job because he left Kellen Moore, the offensive coordinator. You know how many, I've never heard that until Peyton and Eli said it. This whole day, I've watched every show that I could think of to watch. That's what the fuck they're talking about. So I figured it out. All I gotta get is a journalism degree. Watch Monday Night Football with Peyton and Eli, and just talk about that for the next week, and just say every team that runs the ball, hey, these teams run two high safeties, and we're just gonna run the ball. Boom.
Good to go.
ESPN, give me a call. I'll be there. I'll do whatever I have to do. So are you a fan of the Peyton and Eli thing? I think it's weird. I like the guests. Sometimes the guests to me are kind of like taken away because I want to learn.
Yeah.
And like when they have Nick Saban on, I'm sitting here like, okay, so he's gonna say something. But then they end up talking about recruits and what he's doing for them. I'm like, no, can Nick Saban talk about the coverages?
Yeah.
What would you do, Nick? Like, that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I really enjoyed when Pat came on.
Oh my guy.
He is just exciting.
Yeah.
Everything about that man is just exciting.
How do you think he did it? Like, the way Pat did everything, like, what do you think was his focus to go, like, do that after football? I had to have been.
I think it was. And his personality fits so well with it. You know what I mean?
Because he's not fake either, though.
At all. Dude, if I've only watched his shows a couple times, like fully.
Oh, every day, Pat. Every day I'm on it. I got 2 kids and I'm on it every day. Just throwing it out there.
If you sucked that weekend,
Yeah.
he's letting you know.
Yeah.
He is letting you know that you did terrible.
Fucking stinks, I think is like the way he says it. But yeah, I could be misquoting you, Pat. Sorry.
The hell yeah. We need that.
Yeah, dude.
And then when Slapdick Friday did with Coach Brown.
With Coach fucking Brown?
Bro.
Dude, did I tell you that I ordered Slapdick cigars? I hate cigars, dude. They smell awful. I'm gonna smoke me a fucking Slapdick out here.
You're goddamn right,
Dude.
you are.
The way that dude talked, so did you see him talk about Janet Jones?
No.
So he was saying, and he called out Dan Orlovsky. I kind of like Dan until I saw Swagoo from that's Mark Spears, right? So he called Dan, he called him Dio. We need to stop with these people's names. So you're Buckeye Arron.
Yeah.
I was gonna call you BA until I heard Marcus Spears call him Dio, and I was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. No, because it's just too easy. Like Bruce Arians, Bruce Arians, BA. Why the fuck are we calling this guy?
Yeah.
That? You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, what is our next topic? Oh, no, Michigan. Oh, all right. This question is from Justin Jones out there in SIG again, hitting us with one more question. Do we have an way too early? So he didn't say way too early. He just said early college. I just think it's a little way too early to call it. But we'll make it fun. So we'll go in order. Who's your number 1 in the top 4 college football rankings?
Right now.
No, not right now. At the end.
Oh, so number 1.
Number 1.
Georgia.
I think Georgia's going number 1. Oh, so you think they beat him in the SEC championship?
Yep.
Okay. My number 1's going to be Alabama. I think our reasoning is going to be flopped.
Yeah.
Because Alabama beats them in the SEC championship. I think it's going to be like 13-10. And I just think...
No. I don't think... Damn.
Here we go.
Yeah, I started thinking that.
Because it's Alabama.
And it is Alabama. But for something
So
later
let's say-
in the show...
Oh, okay. I see what we're doing.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. We already said Georgia.
Yeah, okay, so we'll just ride with Georgia.
So your number 1 is Georgia. My number 1's Alabama. Who's your number 2?
Alabama.
So now, so you think that Alabama and Georgia are so close, regardless who wins or loses. So let's say we flip it for you, right? So now Alabama wins the SEC championship. Is Georgia number 2?
No.
So why? Oh my god. Here's this conspiracy theorist fucking guy.
I just think...
So,
because if Alabama loses 2 games, they're in the playoffs.
no. So if Alabama loses to Tennessee and Georgia, they're in the playoffs.
Maybe not to Tennessee.
Oh, see, but now you just said
But-
they lose 2 games. Who can they lose to? So if they lose to Ole Miss and Georgia,
Yeah,
they get in the college football
they're
playoffs.
in.
I don't think so.
I do.
That's crazy.
I really do. There's going to be 2 SEC teams. There's going to be.
Yeah. So my number 2 is Georgia. So, now we'll get in the nitty gritty of the diciness of who's your number 3.
Ohio State.
So Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State. So your first game is Ohio State and Georgia.
Yep.
How does Ohio State get into the playoff?
They win out and they win the Big Ten championship against number 5 Iowa.
So if number 5 Iowa loses by, let's say it's 17-10, Ohio State wins, you still think they're number 3 and they get it?
No, I don't.
Okay.
They're gonna have to do the same thing that they did in 2014.
Oh, okay.
They are. They're gonna have to, maybe not fucking 59-0, but
Glad you said it. I didn't have to.
they're gonna have to beat them by a lot.
But that's what I'm saying. If they don't, do they get in still?
No,
No.
but
Okay.
but that's my
No, but that's what you're getting. No,
That's my number
I'm
3.
getting. So my number 3, and you might think this is a little buck wild, but I think Cincinnati jumps them
At 3.
at 3 because I think we're getting so much of these. And last episode I kept saying non-FBS. That's not what I was meaning. A lot of people came at me with that. I'm just like, dude, I was drinking and having a good time.
Yeah.
So non-Power 5, that gets everybody going. Because I do still want to talk about Coastal Carolina as well. Again, I will talk about them every show I ever have, at least until they lose. But because I like the green stadium is just so nice. Like, it's not blue like a Boise State, but it's like this teal green where it's like, it looks like football, but it's like some magic's going down.
Yeah.
But I have Cincinnati, man. I just think Luke Fickell has them playing at such a high level and such a football IQ where they know what to do when to do it.
Yes.
They
can execute everything.
And they're beating teams that they're supposed to beat.
Yes.
So Indiana comes in, they're on the road, Cincinnati's on the road, and they go into fucking, I don't even know where Indiana is, like where their stadium would be. Indianapolis?
No. I don't know where it's at, but it's not.
Somewhere in the fucking Midwest. So
Midwest.
It's somewhere up there, and Cincinnati goes in like gangbusters, also from the Midwest, and just fuck them up. It's close in the third a little bit, and then just Cincinnati's like, wait a second, we are so much better than you.
Pull away.
So who's your number 4? Is this gonna be like a big shock?
Cincinnati.
Here we go.
I think Cincinnati gets in.
I'm a little upset we agreed on as much as we did, but I understand, like, we're projecting to the end, so it's not like, you know what I mean?
And we're probably wrong.
Except for Alabama, but yeah.
Until Saturday.
Oh.
But
any precursor to the next part of the show?
Hey.
Hey, you got to sometimes.
Just a little thought.
Let's keep the people engaged, and they're like, oh fuck, what's coming
on?
next?
But Cincinnati gets in.
And that's your 4th. So you do think a non-Power 5 conference can get into the playoff?
So
do you think they make any noise? So if you have Cincinnati at 4, Alabama or Georgia at number 1, what's that game gonna be like?
They might just blow them out. Or
you think
Cincinnati,
Georgia just blows them out?
Or Cincinnati hangs. I don't know.
What's more likely, a blowout, or is Cincinnati going to hang around?
I think Cincinnati's going to hang around.
How many 5-star recruits do you think Cincinnati have?
Not up 2, maybe.
0. I'll tell you, 0.
Yeah.
How many 4-star recruits does Cincinnati have?
Oh, God. Probably 20. Probably not even.
2.
Whoa.
How many 5-star recruits does Georgia have?
I'm going to go with 6.
So, total, including seniors and all of them, 19 5-star recruits are on that team. That's where I think we look at college football like, oh, anything can happen on Saturday. It's like, not with 19 5-stars at Alabama. I'm not even going to tell you Alabama's because it's stupid.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Could you imagine being a 5-star player? So I was a 1-star, and I could not imagine being a 5-star recruit being like, I'm going to go to Alabama and sit for a second. Could you? What? Dude. And you could attest to this. Joe Burrow sitting there at 5-star just like, yeah, I want to play. I'm out of here.
And then he goes on and has an okay year. And then...
And one natty. I'll have a trash year. I'll eat dirt for a year and get a natty, and I'll be all right.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're absolutely right. It is crazy to think about that you have all these 5-star recruits and they sit
and just wait. And I think that's a testament to...
So how many 5-star recruits do they have?
Who?
Alabama.
31.
Okay, so there's 22 people that play.
Yeah. But again, like I said, it's not a freshman class of just all these crazy 5-stars. Yeah.
Right. But so you said 31.
Yep.
There's 22 people, 22 different people who start.
Right. You got to think about injuries. Some players aren't playing because of academics.
Well, right.
Just throwing it out there.
It's just crazy to think about that. And obviously, they're probably not all each position. Right. But they have enough 5-star recruits to literally play offense and defense.
Yeah.
That is bonkers.
Yeah. But see, and that's
they're
something
too
else.
away from another offense or defense.
So that's what's more, I think, more of a testament to the players themselves. So where they're like, I want to go be better at football and try to win national championships, but I want to sit here and be better at football, and I'm going to sit and wait for my time, because whenever my time is, I know that Coach Saban is going to put me in the position to where I look the best to get to the next fucking level. And that's the whole point. And then people will shit on like, well, Alabama players haven't done the best up into the league, but it's like, they got there. Who the fuck cares what you do there? You know what I mean?
And that's what I hate when people say that. About how, like, Ohio State quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
Don't make it in the NFL. So glad. I don't give two fucks about what's going on.
Well, Dewey Haskins sucks, and it's like, yeah.
Thank God he didn't suck at Ohio State. Like,
No
that's all
shit.
I give a
Yeah.
fuck. But I'm not a Washington football team fan. I don't care.
But it's also, look at the Redskins. When's the last time they had a good quarterback? Oh, they don't develop the talent really well. Oh my God.
Exactly.
Let's look at fucking the best QBs in the game, Dak Prescott. Whoa, hold on. Real fast.
Oh, yeah, everybody's about to be all over that.
Oh, they were going to jump on me.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, one of the best QBs in the league. Mississippi State, Kirk Cousins, one of the better QBs in the league, right? Michigan State. Like, a lot of these quarterbacks are not from these power fucking schools.
Yeah.
Well, Tua, he sucks. He's from
Not
Bama.
good, yeah.
He sucks. Sucks. Fucking sucks. Better than me. Again. Well, Billy, he's better than you. No shit.
Yeah, he plays in the NFL. He's a starter.
He's faster, stronger, better looking by a lot. That's probably the biggest gap of difference. But they're not from these power. Like Joe Burrow's from LSU, also played for Ohio State. Yeah. But Drew Brees is from Purdue. Yeah. You know what I mean? You have a lot of Oklahoma starters. I'll give you that. Jimmy GQ, you know where he's from? I think it's Northern Illinois. Because Tony Romo's from...
NIU?
Yeah, the Wolfpack, I think is what it is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this wasn't even on this paper, so I wasn't ready to just talk all this stuff. But we're looking at these programs, and we're sitting here like, well, Alabama's obviously the best, and it's like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it literally is probably Alabama. Everyone else. It's way down here.
So hold on. So this is the line, Alabama. Tell me when to stop for when everyone else gets. So it's Alabama.
Yep. All right.
So everyone else.
Yeah.
So it's like this whole.
It's a huge gap.
So somebody has to at least jump to get to here from Alabama, because it's not Alabama. Because in the NFL you got like the Rams, the Bucks, the Chiefs. It's the college football, Alabama.
It's literally Alabama, and then down here is everybody else.
So let me get to my number 4 college football playoff pick, and it's gonna be a doozy, and I know that you're gonna be upset. I'm a Big Ten fan. I like the Big Ten. I think they don't get enough credit from what they do because they're not the SEC and da-da-da-da-da. And like we just said, it's Alabama and everyone else. Yeah. So I don't care about Georgia. I'd have them in my playoff because I'm not silly. Yeah. But Florida's not as good as we think. Kentucky is Indiana of the South. They're not that good. And that's okay.
It is
okay. South Carolina's a nobody. Tennessee is a nobody. Ole Miss is really, really good because they have Matt Corral. If you take Matt Corral off that team, they fucking win 5 games this year.
And Lane Kiffin, but I get it.
I don't think so because Lane Kiffin, what the fuck was he doing at any of these NFL teams? Nothing. There's a reason, Aaron. There's a reason he follows Arch Griffin, and that is the only person he follows because he knows Ole Miss. What did I say, Arch Griffin? I'm looking at the logo. It's all. There's a reason he follows Archman. I'm glad you were here to do that.
Recruiting.
Because I would have gone with Griffin the whole rest of this segment. But recruiting. Because he needs that motherfucker to stay relevant. Because like we've said 100 times in just this episode, win right now. Why are you not winning national championships? Like, you met Nick Saban? It's hard to just win around
How
this motherfucker.
How many does he have?
7? Is it 7?
7.
Holy shit, dude.
7 national championships.
Real fast. So I'll get to my 4th pick because it's still going to be a bombshell anyway. But him on Peyton and Eli's thing, he's just like, yeah, I took a break from work and just to talk to you guys. Like, it's Monday, Nick. Take one more day of a break. Like, I'm sure you already had practice and like everything's good to go. And I'm sitting here like, that man works. Have you seen the Nick Saban Football Life yet?
No.
Dude, you gotta watch the. I'm gonna start texting you throughout the week whenever you're gonna be on. Be like, hey, watch this so we can talk about it. He calls his wife Miss Terry. So that's a Southern thing. I don't know if you guys do that up north, like Miss first name. Like,
Actually not.
so if it's like your friend's mom or something, it's like Miss like Tiffany or whatever. So Nick Saban called his wife a couple of times on a Football Life Miss Terry, and I'm sitting here like, Nick, you are banging that. You had kids with that lady.
Yeah.
Like, she could just be Terry. Like, that's fine. I'll know who you're talking about. I think that's a Navy thing. When people talk about like their wife, that's my number 27 pet peeve of the Navy. When people are like, my wife, like, I know who she is. Dude, you can say her name. Like, we're okay.
And I hate when I do notice that a lot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, number 4, the University of Iowa. So, I'm glad that you're gonna freak out because
I'm not.
I have some stuff ready for you. Penn State, number 1 is gonna lose to Iowa. I think it's next week, not this week, but the next week they play them. I think Penn State loses, and they have a hard schedule. They end the year with Michigan State, and they're gonna end up playing you guys. I think the week before Michigan State or 2 weeks before. But they play y'all. Iowa plays Penn State, and that's it. And they are going to be on the path to the Big Ten championship game, and I think
They're making it. They're going to be in the Big Ten.
That's what I think.
Even if they lose to Penn State, it don't matter.
Oh, that is fair, yeah. But I don't think they lose to Penn. I think Penn State has so much going on, man. There's a lot of shit going on. I think
they don't look ahead.
But that is what's scary about Iowa, and I think that they're so not used to being in this position, especially in a top 5. Like, they're number 5. They're right there.
Yeah.
They know Penn State's right there.
They went out. They're good.
They just have to do their thing, and I'm telling you, I think if, like you said, like you just said, if they just win out, that's it.
Yeah.
They're getting into the playoff because Penn State's number 4. They come in clean up. They make number 4, good to go. I think the powers that be would definitely have something to say about Iowa getting into the college football championship. I do think it's going to be different because even if, like, let's say it's Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State. Let's say, like, that's there's going to be a 4th team that's going to be new to the playoff because it's not going to be Oklahoma.
No way.
Even if they went out, I think that committee has to sit here and be like,
And you absolutely have to. And that's the thing about Ohio State too with the committee is you're sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly 2-loss Alabama over a 1-loss Ohio State.
You have to see, and that's the thing, man.
Even if Ohio State, if they win the Big Ten championship game, and I'm still the committee.
2 losses or 1 loss?
They just lost to Oregon. That's Ohio State's only loss.
Yeah.
Alabama has 2, right?
Oh, I see. Okay. I thought you were saying Ohio State has 2. Got it.
Alabama is getting in.
Yeah.
Even if
Let's say Mississippi State blows them out, though. Let's say it's 49-7, and Mississippi State just runs all over them. So that's 1 loss, and then they go to.
But Alabama's not gonna get blown out. That's not what Nick Saban does.
That's what I'm. No. I understand, but that's not fun, Aaron. That's not what we're talking about. They get blown out. 1 loss, Alabama.
Yep.
If they get blown out, you think Ohio State would get in over them because they got blown out?
No.
Because it's at wherever the fuck Starksville, I think, is Mississippi State.
Yeah, but
I
it's
could be
Ole
wrong.
Miss.
Or Ole Miss, excuse me.
Yeah.
Is Ole Miss at Starksville then?
No, that is Mississippi State.
Mississippi State, Starkville.
Ole Miss is in
They're not in Oxford.
Oxford. Yeah.
Got it. I fucking live here.
But if they get blown out, they still get in. Because they're going to go.
But they only get 1 blowout and 1 close loss? Now do they get in?
No.
No. So 2 loss. But you just told me that Alabama gets in as a 2-loss Alabama team.
If they
have a close 2 losses.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay,
If they lose on a last-second field goal to Ole Miss and then a last-second field goal
to Georgia. Yeah. In Atlanta for the SEC championship game. Sure.
They're in.
Yeah.
Now, if they get absolutely throttled,
which they won't. That's not gonna. Yeah.
But if they do, no way.
I feel that.
You can't put, especially if Oregon is in the top 10 at the end of the year.
Because if Oregon wins out,
they're in.
I don't think they're in.
For why are you gonna
maybe,
move them?
Well, yeah, no, they'd be undefeated. Because I don't know why I keep thinking they have a lot. But they barely beat Fresno State. They barely beat Ohio, but that was in Ohio State, so that's some. Maybe I just don't see Oregon win the Pac-12. I'll sit here and be wrong, because were they in our top 4 for college football playoff? We have Cincinnati in over them.
Yeah, they're gonna lose.
Who are they gonna lose to?
I have no idea. I haven't like.
Not gonna be USC. I'll tell you that.
No.
Are they gonna lose to Utah in the fucking Pac-12? Not a chance.
There is.
I don't think. No, dude. I think Utah is always really well coached, really tough. They run the football, but I don't think this year the University of Utah Utes. That's like 3 U's. I don't know why they don't call them that. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, it would be really cool.
We'll get on that train, but I don't think that they have it this year to really put up as big a fight as it should be for the Pac-12.
Maybe. Well, who do you think in the Pac-12 then?
I think it's gonna be Oregon though, but I could see like some bullshit happening, like Oregon losing to Arizona State or in Arizona, like just some off the wall. Like, why did Oregon lose that game? Because I think they play too fast, and I think if you get them into a slowed down game, it's kind of like, hey, what the fuck do we do? Hold on, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you got this QB who just move. All the receivers, running backs, they're hitting calls like this and this. When you slow it down, and you make them think, and you make them huddle, what's going on?
Yeah.
How many times do we huddle in practice? Like, what, you know what I mean? And then it's like, well, Billy, what if they're just ahead and they don't have to do that? It's like, okay, if they're losing, are you just going to keep doing the same thing over and over again, or are you going to try to huddle now? Are you going to try to see where you're...
Then you're going to have to slow the game down a little bit and then play... If you're losing... Only
if the fast pace isn't working for you.
Yes. You're going to have to slow it down. I mean, if you're losing with no huddle, it's not good, bro.
Yeah. Because I could see also UCLA upset them.
And so that's what I was going to bring up too is
but UCLA's not getting into the gosh dang fucking football playoffs. That's
no way. No way.
Even Utah, like whoever, even if you come out, I think Oregon, the only way is if they went out and they get into the championship, the college football championship. Because I don't think a Pac-12 team has even been in the playoff, have they? I could be wrong.
Oregon.
Oh, the first time, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And then the next 7 years, nothing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I do want to talk to you about one thing. Buddy Taylor, friend of the show, out there in California, somewhere on some stupid island, but originally from Wetumpka, Alabama. Asked about, he has an Auburn question. He's an actual Auburn fan, and has actually rode with them.
Hey, good for you.
War damn Eagle.
War damn Eagle for that.
Not one of those like, oh yeah, no, I like Alabama.
Now I'm an Alabama.
Yeah. Like some of you. But why did that coach bench Bo Nix?
There's absolutely no answer for that.
You're playing. So here, like, if I want to play devil's advocate, because I'm with you, I can have nothing to say about this, but what the fuck is wrong with you?
The only thing that maybe, because I haven't looked at his stats, I don't know what Bo Nix did that game. They won by 10.
Yeah.
Against a very, very not good
Georgia State, not Georgia. They didn't win by 10 against Georgia.
No, Georgia State.
Georgia State. The line on that was 22.5 points, Aaron.
Are they FBS? Georgia State?
I think so. I think they're in like the Sun Belt or the American. They're in one of those ones.
Okay. So a little bit better now.
Sure.
I guess. Still terrible.
Not if you're fucking Auburn. It's terrible.
Yeah.
If you're Kentucky, all right.
Yeah.
Okay,
I get
cool.
it. Yeah.
Vandy, awesome. Let's keep it going.
Vandy probably still would have lost. Anyway,
that's true.
It really is true.
Because you got to be smart to get in there too, so it's kind of.
I hate your argument with that. Anyway, Bo Nix. Why? Why do you think? I don't have an answer for it. The only thing that maybe I can think about is get your other guy some reps. But if the game is that close, you just lost to Penn State.
Sure. Bo Nix didn't play bad. I'm not saying he was playing well.
Kept him in the game.
Kept him in the game. They had one drive. They could have went to score.
They had a chance to win.
Penn State's crowd. Again, I talked about it on the last show, but like y'all gotta like get up for those games or something. Like I'm in the living room a little louder than y'all at that whole fucking stadium. My kids are sleeping.
And we lost the whiteout game, and I remember it.
I think maybe then maybe it was because they were a little
So
more.
they're 8-8.
No.
Yeah.
7-6.
No.
Yeah, because they were 6-6.
I thought they were 8-8 before Auburn.
6-6.
6-6.
Because
So
that's
they're 7-6.
all game day talked about all fucking week with whiteout, 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 whiteout. We started it from this. This is why we did it. Blah blah. Stupid. All right. Anyway, see now you got me all flustered with that comment. But Bo Nix, so like you said, Bo Nix had you in the game against Penn State on the road, big time opponent, top whatever 15 matchup it was, or top 20 at least.
Top 20 at least.
Fuck it, top 25. Two ranked teams going in.
Yeah.
Right, you keep your team in the game. The next week, your coach benches you, and you're just sitting here like, what the fuck? Why? Like, wait for Bo to have a bad game. Play Alabama, let him have a bad game, and then play your other guy. See what you got. I get it. Hey, man, if you're coaching for your job and you're trying to tell the athletic director, like, hey, we got something with this guy, like, sure, that didn't fucking work this week. Maybe that's what it was. The coach was like, knows he's on the hot seat, knows like, hey, because we're in Alabama, Nick Saban's the highest paid motherfucker that lives in this state. I want you to win games. And he's like, hey, I recruited this guy. This is my recruit. Let me, yeah. And then, sure. But when you say, and I wrote this one down just to make sure. I didn't write it down on this, actually, so now I just look like a fucking idiot. He said, it's on my phone, but it's recording. So, he said, there's no problem with Bo. Bo looked good, so there's nothing to worry about there.
Yes.
Roughly.
Okay.
That's a rough quote, but that's pretty much what the fuck he said. And it's like, well, if everything's fine with Bo,
then why the fuck?
Then why the fuck are you sitting him? If everything's good, change the play calls. Change what you're doing on offense. Run 2 tight ends instead of 1. Run 3 tight ends instead of 2. Put 2 running backs in there instead of a running back fullback. Run some trips to the left. That's what you need. Not sit a fucking guy. Expect a junior who's been playing with you.
Yes. Who I'm pretty sure Bo might have beaten.
He beat the Alabama. His freshman year, hold on. No, it was his freshman year, that Iron Bowl. Yes.
So, look, man. Bo Nix is a junior, like you said. He's done nothing wrong.
Sure.
Nothing wrong.
Well, he's not winning national championships, and that's all the SEC apparently is able to do is win national championships.
2 of them. Really 1.
It's 1.
LSU.
That one time.
Coach O, you need to go. I hate Coach O. I hate him.
I think some of our LSU friends like have kind of like talked me not out of the position, but definitely like maybe I should think about it a little more. Just based on like I get it, like maybe he'll fix it, but looking at Coach O, I don't think he's gonna.
But back to Bo, you don't bench him.
No.
You don't at all. Even if he's struggling, that he's a human being.
Yeah.
He's 21 years old.
Good point.
Let him go out there. Let him learn on his own. He's not going to lose to Georgia State, right? They're not going to lose to a Georgia State.
So then I'm going to raise you one. So, what's his, something Kelly from Clemson. What was his name?
Kelly Bryant.
Kelly Bryant got benched. And everybody was looking at Dabo like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But we got Trevor fucking Lawrence. So what if the coach, and I know he's from Boise State. I can't tell you his fucking name because I know he's going to get fired in 2 years, so I'm not that worried about it. But when Dabo did that, everybody was pissed too. And look at Trevor now. Look at Dabo. 2 natties later, he's sitting here smoking a cigar, having a grand old time.
I'm with you. That's a good point. I like that, but
see, I wasn't even ready for that until I thought about it just now.
Yeah,
that's not even in these notes. Look, I just want to put it up. You guys can zoom in. That's not even on the notes. Brain.
But
Twisted Tea timeout. Twisted Tea timeout's getting a little dry.
Damn, you're right. I still don't think you bench Bo. Because I was at the Alabama-Clemson game, college football playoff. No, just hear me out. Clemson got whooped.
Yeah.
24-6.
Yeah.
I have a video on my phone of one pass that Kelly Bryant made. And it was still terrible.
No, shit.
Like, it was his best pass.
Kind of like Justin Fields.
Okay.
I just throwing it out there. See, but now everything's going to tie back in. And can we have the same argument for the same thing? Or is it different based on the circumstances?
You know what? Here, this is what I'm going to say about Bo Nix.
I like it. See?
The coach seen something that we didn't, maybe. And this
We're not at practice.
We don't know what the hell's going on.
True.
Maybe he benched him for things that he doesn't want to talk about. Maybe he said some shit to him on the sidelines or was running his mouth about something.
Isn't being coachable type thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe some stuff happened behind closed doors that we just don't know about. And he was like, hey, first time you fuck up, I'm putting you down. But Bo said he was frustrated that he was benched, as he should be.
Sure.
I mean, as a competitor, you have to be.
So I'm with you to a point. As a coach, so as an aspiring coach, I think I would tell the player, hey man, like what are we doing? Okay? So that's number one. So let's say that's not what we're going at. But if I'm gonna start somebody else, I'm gonna go in and be like, hey man, I think you are the problem of the offense.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. If I'm gonna bench you, you know what I mean? You've been here for 2
Give
years.
me a reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey man, I'm benching you. I think this guy has more upside than you do as of right now. So I'm gonna play him against Georgia State because we're gonna win anyway. If he looks like ass, you're right back in. So you can be frustrated. You can tell the media like you hate me and all this shit. But as a man, I'm gonna come to you and tell you. So then maybe Bo has a reason to be like, hey man, sometimes shit happens.
Yeah.
You know, how do we know like that's not the way like he could have
Yeah.
took it if the coach were to be, because that's just what I would do,
Man to man.
and I'm just some guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think now when Bo, because you have to put him back in there because nothing changed. Because even if Bo wins by 10 points, now I could be like, Bo, we just beat them by 10 points. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And now I don't have that in my back pocket anymore. You beat Alabama.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to say.
Yep.
Hey, now we gotta just ride this out. And now when I get fired in 2 years, regardless if you go to the league or not, hey man, shit's going fucking down. Jared Stidham, it was not Bo Nix that beat Alabama. It was Jared Stidham.
Okay.
Yep.
You're right.
Yeah, because he went to the Patriots. I just thought of it.
Yeah.
I gotta do more.
Yeah.
I'll write more for the next couple shows. Well, I'll write some more stuff down. We should not be fucking hitting light bulbs during the take.
Pretty cool.
Fuck that. Oh, dude, I'll put that'll be sweet. That's gonna be cool. All right, Taylor, that was for you, man. If you don't watch this and see that we just talked about Auburn football for fucking 50 minutes, I'm gonna be upset with you. Send me a text and at least tell me you listen to this part of the segment, just so I can feel better about talking Auburn football for that long. All right, so I want to do one pick'em before we get to this next topic.
Okay.
Do you pick NFL, college? I know we have them written down here, but we could do which ones you want to talk about first. I'm gonna go Lions over the Bears this week. I think Motor City Madman Dan Campbell is the man. I think he's gonna, dude. I'm not saying he's gonna win Super Bowls in Detroit because they won't, because they're cursed, because they won't even pay Calvin Johnson. Idiots.
Literally idiots. Sorry, Matthew.
Fuck you. Hey, Calvin Johnson. I'm sure you're on the same team as us. I just want to say fuck you. But I think, dude, whoever Matt Nagy starts, I think there's going to be so much pressure on whoever it is. And I think Nagy's also going to take that pressure, and it's going to be an awful, awful Sunday for the Bears.
Yeah.
That's just what I think. And I think Motor City Madman, after that 66-yard GOAT fucking kick by the GOAT, I'm not even saying his real name because it's just the GOAT forever. He's 31 years old and he's the greatest to ever fucking do it.
Did you see the grow up?
I did. Dude, so that was something else I was trying. I was trying to explain to Brea, like, he crow hopped. And she's like, you only do that in baseball. And I'm like, that's the point.
Yeah, that's what's cool about
Listen,
it.
But then Pat was talking about Justin was working on that for like a year about like how to get a little further to add some time because so like something about the kicks like the way like if you're projected like low and then rise.
So it's supposed to be like 27 degrees or something
like that, but you can work it as a kicker, and especially if like for the brand, I just want to say that really for the brand. But if you're a kicker and that's all you're working on, I feel like you do have the time to kind of finesse to where, what did you say, 27?
Yeah.
27. So if you can get it to 21, maybe a 19 to where it can kind of, but he did it in a dome. Who the fuck cares about where's the wind coming from?
Yeah.
They don't even have the flags on the fucking goalposts out there.
Yeah.
Like, but the fucking goat just kicked the shit out of it.
And dude, when he hit it off the crossbar,
I was in my living room. I saw
it was still
no. I thought he missed it because it hit it and I was like, I can't be mad. He missed a 66-yard field goal. But then I'm like, we just lost to the fucking line. And I just so fucking Malcolm sitting there, brains like rocking him or whatever, and my son. I was like, I don't give a shit. That's what the fuck. Yeah, oh my god. But then, so real fast to the Ravens. Like I told you, I don't want this to be a Ravens thing, but I do want to throw in Lamar Jackson made that throw. Aaron Rodgers made 2 throws. That's all everybody talked about today. Not a single fucking person, 2 people did talk about the Lamar Jackson throw to Sammy Watkins to get them in field goal range, which shouldn't have been because we all talked about, oh, well, it should have been a delay game. All right, but it wasn't. So
they didn't call it.
Moving on to the throw. Lamar, he had all day because they weren't rushing anybody, but he had to make the throw where it counted. Same thing with Aaron Rodgers.
But I thought he couldn't throw the ball.
Oh, he's a running back. Yeah. Give me Royce Freeman back there to see if he makes the same fucking idiots. See, people are so fucking stupid. But that's my pick this week. Lions over the Bears, and this is the first time I've done a future pick, so I can be wrong next week, and I'll wait for everybody to tell me how shitty and stupid I am. I'm excited for it. But yeah, dude, I think Motor City Madman Denkamp has them ready to go. I think after that heartbreaking loss in Detroit, they're going to come out and be like, okay, Chi-Town, we're going to fuck you up.
And I'm absolutely with you.
Really?
I think the Lions win the game, and I think they win comfortably.
Well, because we also had the Bears last week, too, together, and lost that one. So you don't think
not have the Bears.
You and I didn't have the Bears last week against the Browns? I said bet of the week is Chicago plus 7.5.
You did.
Oh, you didn't agree with me?
No.
You just commented?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Because, the Bears.
The Bears, I got it.
Yeah, the Bears are just.
All right, your first pick 'em.
We're gonna go.
You can go this first one, or we can do your second one, and we can ride into that one. Because mine are all NFL anyway.
Yeah, so we're gonna do Vikings and Browns.
Oh.
So.
I see you're gonna go up the list. Okay, big reveal at the end. Got it. Okay.
So I think the Browns win the game, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's close. Like Lee would say. It's close. I'm telling you.
Is it in Cleveland? I'm pretty sure it's in Minnesota.
I think it's in Minnesota.
Because I think, didn't Minnesota beat Seattle this week in Seattle?
Yeah.
So yeah, I do think, I want to be with you. I just think the Browns, coming off of that win against the Bears, I think there's a lot to say about teams riding high. Because like the same thing you can say with the Ravens and the Lions, right? So like we probably overlooked the Lions just because of that Kansas City win. We're overhyped about a lot of things. You can say the same thing with the Vikings, that them being overhyped because they won in Seattle or whatever. But I think it's the opposite because of how well the Browns played. Because people still think the Vikings are shit, but people are now talking up the Browns again, Super Bowl picks, all these other things, and I don't think Cleveland's used to that yet. At least yet.
I hate it. They're not Super Bowl contenders, but
they're Super Bowl contenders, man. Like you don't think they're top 4 in the AFC?
No.
Who? All right, so we're still doing a pick'em segment. We're just getting off the topic a little bit. Top 4 in the AFC. 5 seconds go.
Ravens.
God, no. We're not running backs. Keep going.
I can't do that quick.
Come on.
I just don't think the Browns are a Super Bowl contender.
Because I'll tell you right now. Chiefs, Bills, Browns, Chargers.
I like that.
I think they're good, man.
Justin Herbert.
I'll get to my next. Fine. So that's my next pick 'em. Mine, I'm taking the Chargers over the Raiders. I think the Raiders have played a lot of close games. I think they played out of their minds to beat Pittsburgh in Heinz Field. I just think they're right there. Like all this time, John Gruden, I might have been wrong about John. I've been saying the whole time he sucks. This was stupid. Trading Khalil Mack, it's dumb. And then now you have these pass rushers, and you're looking great. Haven't really played anybody. You beat the Ravens on some fluke type things. See, I brought up the Ravens street. See what I'm telling you? I don't want to do that. But I just think the Raiders might be playing over their heads, kind of like the Broncos. Like, I don't think the Broncos are gonna go undefeated. I don't think they're gonna go fucking 15-2. That's not what's gonna happen. Yeah. But I do think the Raiders maybe run out of luck. Not luck. Maybe the Raiders run out of the play style. Derek Carr might have a bad game. Justin Herbert already had his against Dallas, and I think that's probably going to be the end of that, to where the Chargers kind of submit their place, because I think the Chiefs are still coming. Obviously, I think they're going to be a good team. They're Chiefs playing like shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're not.
Their defense is very bad
right now. But so that's the thing too, man. We talk about the Chiefs defense like it's the worst of all time, because it's on pace to be, right? But so were the Cowboys last year. Yeah. It took a sec. Like before Dak got hurt, the Cowboys literally, they had already given up like 600 more yards up to that point than the worst defense ever did, like up to that point or whatever. But adjustments are made. Like, they understand, like, people are smart enough in the NFL to kind of calm everything back down. And I do think the Chiefs and Steve Spagnuolo are, him specifically, is able to get that defense kind of. You still got Tyrann Mathieu. Like, I think Daniel Sorensen is one of the better safeties in the league that doesn't get talked about because he's number 49. Change your fucking number. We have these cool numbers now. Like, don't be 49. You literally can have, like, any number now. Don't be 49. Yeah. But anyway, I think the Chiefs will all fix themselves.
They're absolutely going to fix themselves. Raiders over the Chargers.
Yeah, you're going Raiders over Chargers?
Yeah, I am.
Do you think Derek Carr's like let's say, would he be an MVP candidate this year? At the end of the year, not right now.
If he can keep this pace that he's got going on, he's talked about.
Sure.
I mean, you're not going to not.
Sure.
You can't. You know what I mean?
If we had a top 5 MVP, like, talk, he'd be sprinkled in there a couple times, sure.
And he would have to be.
Sure.
But
that stadium's beautiful too. I couldn't imagine getting to play there every fucking week.
I went to Vegas.
Yeah.
And seen it.
The outside? Did you go in?
No, I was on the outside.
Just like the reflective black.
Dude, like, just everything about that place. Like, if I'm an opponent, pulling up to that place, oh fuck.
Do you think they pull up? Because I know in Old Texas Stadium, so not Jerry World, but I know Old Texas Stadium. We did. It was underneath like the tunnels, and then even Jerry World had some tunnels. Like, so for playoff games, like we'd go under and like it'd still be like you could see all the like pattern. Oh, dude, crazy. I wonder if Vegas is like that, or like you said, if the opponent pulls up and there's like,
you're like, fuck, I'm about to get whooped, bro.
I mean, they stab people there too, so you know, I wonder if it's not in Oakland, so they don't stab you anymore. I wonder if that's the same thing.
I don't think so.
So who's your second pick'em and why?
So, Rams versus Cardinals.
Ooh, 2-3-0 teams, huh?
Right?
One has to lose.
One of them.
Well, they could tie.
They could tie, which is stupid. NFL. Change your fucking rule.
Hold on. I'm going to interrupt your story real fast. So, a buddy of ours, so this is actually, you know, a two-person friend, right? Mutual. So was Justin, by the way. I want to throw that out there.
Love you, Justin.
Love you, buddy. That's 2 questions in a row. 2 weeks in a row, Justin's asked about something. So Cole said, what do you think about Russell Wilson's overtime idea?
I hate it.
It's stupid.
I hate it.
It's dumb.
I hate it. Because I seen your comment when you replied back to him, and you said you got to have the offense and defense plan.
Yep.
And that you are 100% right. What I think should happen, change it to the fucking NCAA rule.
Sure.
10-minute quarter.
Yeah.
If you still want to do that dumbass bull, it's so fucking dumb.
It's not.
It is.
I'll let you go, but okay.
So, I mean, you don't put the fucking ball at the 25-yard line.
Because you're a fucking
Because you're a pro, right? Kick it off.
But it limits the playbook a little. You know
And
what
it
I mean?
does, and it does for NCAA and
Yeah.
the NFL. Even because you have 10 minutes, right?
Sure.
So you're gonna try to slow the game down.
Good point. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna try to fucking take some time off the clock.
But do you want to run the ball from the 25? Like if you get let's say a 7-yard run, now you're sitting at the 18, and that really compacts a lot of what your playbook looks like.
I'm with you. I just think NFL games. Roger Goodell.
Oh, we're talking to him. I'm pretty sure. So I've said a lot of names. I've said a lot of names on this show, but I think Roger Goodell is the least likely to see it.
Don't give a fuck. You suck. Change your fucking rule, man. Change it.
His rule. They got to bargain, and players have to agree, and just throwing it out there for Roger.
No, fuck him.
I'm not a Roger hater like most NFL fans are.
I fucking hate him.
He's alright.
But yeah, Rams cards.
Hold on, I want to just explain my part of it. So,
Okay.
so you're a hockey fan.
Mm-hmm.
So am I. I only watched it in the playoffs though, because it's just there's too many games to care about. It's silly. So for a let's say a regular season game. So Russell Wilson, his idea, real fast for everybody to know, is to literally just kick the ball. The offense not even to go out there. He would like you to start at the 25, kick a field goal, other team 25, and you just go back until the guy misses the goddamn field goal. That's dumb, Russ. Like, hey man, we're watching soccer, we're getting more global with what's going on, but how about we don't do the NCAA rule either? I don't think that's how it should be because we're professionals. Not we are, excuse me. The NFL is professionals. You play a 10-minute or a 15-minute quarter, and you play until the quarter's over, and that's the end of the game. Not
if no one scores, or they.
If no one scores, hold on, that's where I'm getting to it. So no one scores, and hockey in the regular season you have shootouts. If no one scores in the NFL, you keep playing quarters. You do not do first to score. I understand hockey, the first to score you win. But in the NFL, you play another 15-minute quarter. You play another 15-minute quarter until someone wins the game. Ties are not okay. That's the silliest thing we've ever had in sports. A tie.
It makes no sense.
I'm better than you, or you are better than me. That's
at some point.
At least today.
Yeah.
I'm not saying forever, or you're the best of all time. No. Today, you beat me. None of this tie shit. None of that. But I understand, player safety, all this other stuff. Okay, cool, I got it. So 15-minute quarter, 10-minute quarter, 5-minute quarter. I don't care. So now, only one person got to touch the ball. Hey, defense, be better. Don't let them score.
Are you
got 5
flipping
minutes.
A coin?
Flipping a coin, away team gets the call just like the start of the game because nobody has a problem with the start of the game, how it works.
Yeah, literally.
And I think I understand to a point where if you get frustrated because Patrick Mahomes never got to touch the ball, like, hey man, that's the fucking rule. It's been that way for years. Chiefs, stop Tom Brady. You couldn't for 4 quarters. You thought you would in overtime. No.
Yeah.
Get better on defense. When you go to the draft next year, pick a fucking defensive tackle, not a running back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you.
Cole, that was for you. Again, we got to work on these topics a little better next time.
Yeah.
But cheap cards and Rams.
Like you said, 2 3-0 teams. One of them's got to lose, and it's gonna be the Cardinals.
So I think this one is in Arizona.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head.
You think the Rams blow them out? Excuse me.
No.
It's close.
I do think it's
Field goal game? Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Okay.
We'll go touchdown, 10 points.
Okay. I can see Kyler maybe like trying to force something and it's a pick and get a little closer and okay, I got you.
I think he is going to throw a pick.
Okay.
He might throw 2.
Okay.
And
devastating picks or just kind of an interception and the defense can't handle what LA has
depends on which way he's throwing the ball. If he's throwing it towards Jalen Ramsey.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that? Kyler Murray.
If I got D-Hop on Jalen Ramsey, like, I'm going to give him a shot.
You absolutely have to.
You know what I mean?
You absolutely
Now,
have
if
to.
it's Christian Kirk, who I love, it's Jalen Ramsey. I'm not doing that.
No way.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Jalen Ramsey could change the game.
Okay.
On a pick.
Yeah.
That he forces towards the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a chance to tie or win, and then he throws a pick. And I think that's how it ends.
I respect that a lot.
And I just really, really, really like the Rams.
Is it because of Matthew's stat? So
He has a lot to do with it, but
So let
you
me
know
say-
I'm a defensive guy.
no, I know that. I know. But let's say if Jared Goff is on the Rams, do you have the same outcome?
No. I don't.
Okay. I just want to throw that out.
I really don't. I just like you said, he's been doing it with Detroit.
we just don't care.
I feel like his swagger is more with the Rams. The short jersey. He just looks like he's.
Speaking of the jerseys, so like you know how a lot of people have like the Ravens or whatever on the front or whatever it is. The Rams have like a patch, and it just says like Los Angeles Rams on this.
Yes.
I like the uniforms. I love the uniforms. Like until I noticed that, like I was at meetups with the kids in Breda this week, and I was like, does it just say their name on this
I
little
love it.
thing? I think it's silly, man.
I love it.
But I'm taking the Cards. I just think Kyler Murray, it's his coming out party. I think you have Lamar Jackson got his MVP. Oh my God. I'm going to get over that. Sorry. But he won his MVP in 2019, like kind of shocked the world, like because we saw what he could do the year before, like halfway. But I think Kyler's doing that this year. I think Rondell Moore out there is killing it for the Cardinals. And I think obviously D-Hop is really good. I think Edmonds is there for these like little swing out, Cliff Kingsbury. And again, I've been wrong, but the way his offense is running now is I think what everyone was saying is going to happen.
Yeah.
With especially James Conner, who just, hey, you get in the 10, run. Let's get this into the fucking end zone.
Yeah.
Power nose football. We look at the Cardinals and we think it's this finesse thing. But once they get in that 10, Arizona's running the ball in there, and they're going to tell you they're running it in there.
And not care.
Yeah. But I think you play Aaron Donald, they're going to be able to just be like, hey, Aaron, right up to the right side, you going to stop it? Because he will. That's
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to run it up the middle.
But I do have the Cards just on the upset, just on one of my parlay picks. That's what I would take so I can make some money.
Yeah, I get it.
But if I'm Kyler Murray, again, I want to mention Jalen Ramsey one more time because he stayed on Mike Evans the whole time. He's not one of those. I only play the left side. No,
He's one of the best receivers.
I'm getting your best guy.
Yeah.
I want you to throw it to him. And Jalen's been beat a couple times. He's like, yeah, you beat me.
Yeah.
Let's go again, and I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah.
And that's what you want from your fucking people. Oh, well, he's a big whiny baby and that. So even if he is, I don't think he is. Even if he is, throw the ball towards him. Dare you?
Yeah.
Oh, but you don't want to because that's your team, and now, well, Jalen Rand. We hate for some reason, man. Us as like fans, we don't like cockiness until it's on our team.
Yeah, and then we're okay with
it's
it.
fine.
Yeah.
But as soon as somebody, well, he talks too much. Like, because he's better than everyone. Like,
He's allowed.
that's okay.
His stats.
Like, if Tom Brady went out every week and was like, yeah, I just shit all over this defense because they're not any good.
I would be okay with it.
Well, that's true. Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
He shit all over the defense because it's not any good.
Yeah.
Like, and to him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're not playing Kirk Cousins. You're playing Tom Brady. No disrespect to Kirk, by the way. You're not playing Andy Dalton. I'll disrespect the Red Rifle. I don't care.
Please.
You're not
Red
playing
BB gun.
beige water pistol is what he is. That's how you got to do it. Cowherd, I like Cowherd. We need to get him on the show.
Yeah.
I'll figure out how to do it.
He is the man.
Maybe he could teach me.
I like that when he's wrong, he tells me.
Right? See, but that's what I'm saying though. Billy's gonna be just wrong. I don't care if you know when I'm right.
Yeah.
Because I'm right way too many times for me to tell you about it. All right. So speaking of being right too many times, I definitely picked this game because you're here, but I do believe it in my heart of hearts. T. Larry and the Jacksonville Jaguars beat Joe Burrow. This is stupid. Fucking Mike. And the Bengals on Thursday Night Football. I think we talked about Urban Meyer. I don't think he belongs as a head coach, but to be honest, and I like Zach Taylor, I think he's going to be good. He might be not out of his britches for this one, but I think he might overcoach and kind of put a little bit of himself too much in the game and let kind of Jacksonville maybe, because the Jaguars pass rush isn't bad. They still got Josh Allen. They're doing some things the right way. CJ Henderson going to the Panthers. I want to see if that fucks with anything in the secondary. But I just think upsets, if we're talking, like I have the cards over, like upsets and upset any given Sunday, blah, blah, blah. The Bengals aren't heavy, stupid favorites like the Bills and the Texans. Don't bet the Bills and 17.5. Are you fucking crazy? Not saying it can't happen, but like,
it's NFL.
I'm not betting
no way.
17.5. But I think T. Larry, maybe he gets his shit together. Not saying like he hasn't played, like I'm not saying he's played shitty, but he's definitely not played great. And I think we can all say that.
Pick of the NFL draft.
Yes, but if Urban maybe got a fucking tackle instead of a gosh dang running back.
Yeah, they're
maybe it helps him a little bit, gives him some more time. So remember on that flea flicker that he threw for a pick six, if he had a half a millisecond, and Aqib Talib was telling us the same thing, if he had just a half more second, there was DJ Chark was down there. It would have been a fucking 80-yard touchdown, 90-yard touchdown. But he didn't have the fucking time. Urban, god dang, get him some get him somebody. Stand in the way. Sorry.
I'm with you. Except.
Oof.
I don't think
What's the final score of this one, Aaron?
31-10.
31-10. Bengals are just, is it in Cincinnati? Short week in Cincinnati. Maybe I'm wrong.
Jamar Chase, 2 more.
You think he has another 2 more TDs,
2 more,
dude?
bro.
He's really good.
He's so good.
That day I tried to trade for him on fantasy.
Yeah.
Who I was trying to trade it with, he was not happy with me. I was like, he didn't have any running backs also. Like, I don't know if I told you that.
Supply and demand, baby.
He didn't have any backs. I was like, if I can finesse some shit. Because he has Chris Godwin and Stephon Diggs. So I was like, take a receiver from him, give him back, give him some, juice. Not even on a bench, like to somebody to start. But if you're starting Jamar Chase, but his running backs are Zeke, Josh Jacobs, and the back Gainwell in Philly. Like, I was thinking it would have worked, and he was like, no. Good on him, because I would have passed too. But like, I'm just throwing it out there. You got to hit your guys with like, hey, no disrespect, but you don't have any backs, so this is the trade I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And then people are like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, I told you. This is where we're going.
Nah, I'm with you. But yeah,
Jamar has 2 more touchdowns?
2 more.
Give me Jamar's whole stat line while we're fucking around. No.
Well, I don't know.
We're on the show. No, what's his stat line gonna be for that week?
Oh, on Thursday night.
Yeah.
Ooh. 130.
130.
Oh yeah, he's catching balls, son.
You guys realize Tyler Boyd's out.
Yeah.
Okay, T. Higgins didn't play last week.
No, Tyler Boyd's not out.
You sure?
They haven't been ruled out yet. But it don't matter. We still got Tate.
Anyway, give me Jamar's.
130. 130. 9 catches.
Okay, 130.
2 touchdowns.
And 2 TDs.
Yeah.
I'll bet you $25 he doesn't get 5 catches right now. Take it. All right.
Uno, baby.
Before we get to your last pick'ems, I'm gonna have Tony Elmore back for episode 4. This will be how we open the show, and I just want Buckeye Arron to fucking have this pick, and people need to see what he has to say about it.
Hotty toddy. Ole Miss upsets Alabama. They upset Alabama.
It's in Tuscaloosa.
I don't give a fuck where it's at. Upset.
You hear that, Crimson Tide? Upset alert.
Upset.
I want to get a thing to where on upset alerts we hit it and it's a fucking like flasher.
Cool.
That's the next. Hey, we're getting this shit together over here, okay? Do you have you don't have an answer other than, do you just think they're going to beat him?
Lane Kiffin. Look.
How many games did Lane Kiffin win at USC?
Look.
You want me to bring back the 5-star argument? I'll bring it right back for USC.
I don't give a... Dude, fuck a 5-star.
How are you going to say you don't give a fuck, but you asked me how many Alabama had?
Because I wanted to know about if they had
I
enough
see.
for offense.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. I see what you were doing. Oh, okay. Let's see. You don't have to. I'm just saying it's that's what the people told me.
Oh, okay. That's funny. Lane Kiffin, man, look.
Lane Kiffin, man, just let me tell you.
I did not sound like that. I know I didn't. Okay.
All right. That's
But
all you know.
dude, Lane Kiffin, man, he offensive genius. He's top 5 in my opinion.
You know, Max Corral is really good. Are we just ignoring that he's good?
He is good. Offensive minded, baby.
There's a lot of offensive minded people in the world. I'm offensive minded.
I'm not. I like the defense.
But
I like Lane Kiffin because he is.
Lane Kiffin's offense is beating Nick Saban's 5-star sprinkled defense out there?
Why can't they beat him?
They're
What makes Alabama unbeatable?
So like, I'm not saying Alabama is unbeatable. I just think it's not going to come from a Saban assistant ever. I think if Nick Saban coaches for the next 35 more years when he's 117 like Joe Pa, I think a assistant will never beat Saban, ever. I don't know if it's like a magical, and I talked about this on the last one too, Nick has this crazy thing over assistants, and I don't know, I think he's like 29 or 0-29 his assistants are against him, or some stupid fucking number one.
129 after Saturday.
No, number one, that's how many assistants he's had that
fair.
goes to head coach somewhere else, and he's
yeah.
Don't give a fuck about that. I'll plug in Billy O'Brien. So what's also crazy, I think I'm just so not upset with the Ole Miss over Alabama pick. I think we all want Alabama to lose. So we're just like, yep, this is the week. This is the upset right here. Same thing happened in week 1. People were like, Miami's really good, man. De'Aaron King's really good. And it's like, he didn't play a whole year. Is Bama like...
Alabama still got it, obviously.
What's the final score, Aaron?
Whoo.
In Tuscaloosa, Crimson Tide, how many points they put up?
38.
Ole Miss Rebels has how many?
38. 38-30.
38-30.
Yep.
So the Ole Miss Rebels, 38 points. The Alabama Crimson Tide, 30. Do they have the ball and they're about to score on the last drive, or is Ole Miss out there kneeling it down because Lane Kiffin's fucking apparently this Greek god with a really hot wife?
No, Alabama's going to have the ball.
Okay.
But not enough time left on the clock to do anything.
Do they get close enough to where we think they're going to score?
Yes. Yeah.
Close enough to not have to do a backyard football play?
Yes. It'll be...
You know this is recorded.
Yes, I'm okay with that. Hey, if I'm wrong, I will own up to it, but I don't think I am. The score, maybe, but...
The score
Ole
is the
Miss.
score.
Ole Miss over Alabama. Hotty toddy, baby.
What do you keep saying? What is hotty toddy?
I don't know what it means, but that's what they say.
I don't know what it means, but I love it.
I can't stand you.
All right. Alabama's going to win this game simply because I have a very simple answer. There's not a whole lot of hotty toddies and really cool things to say, except they're better by a lot than Ole Miss is. I think Florida's better than Ole Miss, and I think they had the best chance in Gainesville to beat Alabama, and Alabama's ready to beat the piss off of all of it. I think Max Corral has a really good game. I do think he has a really good game for playing Bama. I think 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, 341 yards. Great game. I still think they lose by 20 points. I think, Alabama is so good this year, and it's like we said, we literally just did it, Aaron. I literally asked you,
Yes,
Alabama.
That doesn't mean they can't lose.
No, I'm not saying they can't lose, but I think there is something to be said. I think they can have a bad first half, let me say that. A bad first half, and that's it. I think if Alabama is, did you not see Nick Saban get mad when they were winning 62-3 against New Mexico State, and Nick was pissed because he called a timeout because they were going to get a delay game? That's winners. That's what winners do. What did Mike say? I want winners. Can't win with them. Can't coach them, can't win with them. That was one of my favorite press conferences. It's not my favorite after the playoffs, but I just think, dude, Alabama's better than everyone else. And I think next year they have a couple more chances to be upset because I think the way the schedules are gives them less breaks. I do think they need to schedule an actual power, not a Louisville or a Miami who hasn't been good for 10 fucking years.
2001, because we broke them.
They need to stop. Jimmy Johnson did because he left. But that's who really broke them, in my opinion. But I think Alabama, they need to schedule even in Oklahoma, week 1. That needs to be the opening day kick. They need to schedule a Clemson, a Notre Dame. That's who needs to schedule. And I'm not saying that they're not trying to.
Let's not do Notre Dame.
Yes, fuck you. A team that's good.
I'm with
a team that is good, that we know is going to be good, not a team that used to be good.
Remember when they opened up with the team up north?
Yeah, they ended up winning fucking 6 games. No, I'm talking about the team up north. They ended up winning 6 games that year. They weren't any good, but because we have the name of Michigan and the name of Louisville with Lamar Jackson, and then you play Louisville without Lamar Jackson and you win by that much, but oh goddamn, Alabama's Louisville sucks because they don't have Lamar Jackson anymore.
Yeah.
Like that's not.
You
know what I mean?
With you, yeah.
And that's why Bama is gonna be Ole Miss.
Okay.
Again, I'm really glad that's what I wanted to end the show on because the first thing we're starting the show on next week is gonna be the same game. Really appreciate you joining me, man. I had such a fucking blast of a time. I still can't express enough how much fun this is doing. If anybody wants on, I literally have a list of, I'm gonna get like a little chalkboard or something with the names on the list of who's gonna be on. As soon as you ask me, I'm getting the FaceTime ready for all my people back home, and we'll figure something out. But until then, this has been Brick Shots with Billy. Aaron, I really appreciate you fucking joining me. It was a good time.
I really appreciate you having me.
Oh yeah, there we go. I was really thinking you were going to say go Bucks towards the end. That would have been the fucking thing, man.
I should have.
Yeah, maybe next time.